Alright, welcome back to another league race, this time with TMC, this time again TWL for the Monaco Grand Prix. Oh good lord. So starting off, things are good. We got a dry race and a dry qualifying, so that was the happy thing that I wanted. So I could take anything else after that. So once we load the correct setup, we're going to go out, and I wanted no part of the hypersofts straight up. I know this is Monaco, I know track position is key, but I didn't want any part of the hypersoft, so we're going out on a super soft run first, and coming across then a second lap time. Then we did a 10.9 to begin with, a 10.6 there on super, so just to get something in, just to get a lap in. And the next part of this qualifying session was just me just chilling, waiting until about 4 minutes or so until the track rubbers in a bit and the track just evolves a bit more. Put on the ultra softs and then see what we could do. I had just done a 9.1 in Grand Prix mode before I came on, so felt there was a good bit of time to be had on the ultras. And so coming down the final corner, I almost hit the wall there. And the first lap is a 9.9. There's a 9.9. So, and this second lap, it was going okay, but then you can see it lost the back end and through this part, and I was just trying to push to get it back, and never did in the end. So unfortunately, I am not going to improve on this lap, or am I? Do I improve on this lap? I think I do actually. No, I don't. So, or do I? If I do, I did very marginally. So, anyways, it's still it's P10, which means I get to choose my tire. No, I don't. I don't. Sorry, I in the last place where I don't get to choose my tire, but I'm on the ultras. That's where I want to be. So, there's a couple of guys in the ultras ahead of me. My teammate had a good qualifying session as well. Been P2. Good to see that. So I'm probably in the worst position you could probably be in the start Monaco, in the middle of the pack. But here's the table. Finally, time to show it. In P7 with 26 points there after P7 in Spain. A couple of changes have happened though. Earl Hulkenberg has left, Anthony has left, so that's why I'm in a little bit further up than I normally am. Strategy, one stop, go to lap 16 or so, put on the supers, and we'll go from there. I want to run a bit lighter on fuel, so that was the plan, but here we go then. All chaos about to unfold. 5 red lights and away we go. Awful start for it to keep it past him straight away. And then just behind Thomas then, a gap opens on the outside, I take it, drive around the outside of Thomas and up the hill alongside Leclerc, put into rich mixture, and I take that position as well. So an absolutely fantastic start right up to P7 from P10, a little bit wide then through Massenet, but we're back then through Casino and just settling into this race, and almost hit right into the back of medium pilot there. It was a very scary moment. And the one thing, you're just literally just crawling at this point in the race. You're literally just crawling. I think I had a bump or two up my backside as well during this opening lap, but you just have to crawl basically. It's Monaco. There's 39 long laps, well, not long laps, but 39 laps to navigation. So this is where I was beginning the race. So Earl Hulkenberg was right up my arse for a good chunk of this opening stint. You can see guys in front of medium pilots like Paco, F1 Alonso, was Bugatti ahead as well. I think Bugatti was ahead of this battle as well, and John Evan Terry as well. I think that's the guys that's in front of us. But anyway, just lap 3 in the DRS of medium pilots. There's Wislig as well actually, and they're all kind of being bottled up here by Bugatti. You can see it on the map, like F1 Alonso, and John and Paco are driving away there. So that's where we are at this point in the race. Lap 4. Going down to the Nouvelle chicane. It's going to be a bit of a moment here. I think Bugatti's going to get close to a wall. There he goes. And there goes. I think Wislig has gone by now. So that's Wislig. And the medium pilot, who I think had wing damage at this point. If not, he's going to have some very, very soon. But he really was struggling. And I was kind of anxious because I had Leclerc up my arse as well. There goes Bugatti into a wall. And the medium pilot then almost came across me there. But just trying to avoid the car in front. DRS. And Bugatti's actually just going to let both of us go. So he is. So I was good of him. I almost ran into the back of medium pilot there again. He hits into the wall, compromises his exit up the hill. I climb up the hill, and there is wing damage. I don't know how to view that one. I don't know whether did he come across it to me. Did I kind of go back? I'm really not sure how to see it. All I know is I wasn't too happy at the time, because now I've got wing damage. I was in P5 at the time, but at what cost? I had wing damage. Anyway, Leclerc got by medium pilot in the end, and lap 7 now we're in third. Some people have pitted, my teammates pitted for example, so that's why we're put in third. And there's a safety car deployed. The safety car that is deployed, so instantly going to harvest mode, save the fuel, save the ERS, and then now kind of face an internal monologue, because do I go into the pits? What do I do? Do I change the wing? If I do come into the pits, because it was very early, like this is 9 laps earlier than my pit window, but I do decide to come in, put on the supers, put on the and change my wing. I had to change the wing. There's a nice little gap on track there. You can see they're only coming through Rascasse basically now. So unfortunately, look, changing the wing, I am going to lose positions. There goes medium pilot, and the clerk is already gone, so I lost those 2 positions straight away. My teammate's going to get by as well, and so we're going to pop out though into P6, which all things considered wasn't too bad, but I lost those 2 positions against medium pilot against Leclerc. So wasn't too happy about that, and I still wasn't happy about the damage that medium pilot had done. I felt at the time had done to me. Again, not too sure. Let me know how you view it. I really don't know. Maybe I just came over a bit, but it's so tight. Like I really was. It was kind of tight. So, anyways, lap 9 now. We're about to get ready to go racing again. I had Bugatti behind me. Did an okay job of warming my fronts. The rears are a bit cold, you can see. So we're about to go racing again. And down the main straight, you know I had to use your ERS and your fuel, and you'll be okay here. I'm running 11 level wings by here, by the way. So straight line speed isn't great. You can see some carbon fiber flying there, and that's my teammate's front wing, who he hit the outside of turn Saint-Devote, the outside barrier a lot of times in this race. And there goes John. John has left the session. He's disconnected, and so giving an extra free position. That's going to be me up to P5 as we go down through Lowe's hairpin. So in P5 then behind medium pilot. So looking okay, but of course overtaking is extremely difficult to do around here. I think John's going to be able to rejoin right here now, but I think he's fallen down to P11 or so, so he's got plenty of work to do. This phase of the race then was basically just me kind of settled into my own kind of pace, my own race, because medium pilot got kind of pulled way up ahead. And Bugatti initially was in the DRS range, so you can see DRS enabled this lap 12. And by the end of it, I'm basically out of that DRS range pretty much. Yep, there you go, a second. So, and medium pilot's 2.7 ahead of me. So I kind of settled into a phase of the race where I kind of pulled away from Bugatti, and medium pilot was kind of staying in around that kind of 3-second range. Lap 14, there's going to be a retirement up ahead because RL Leclerc is going to hit the barrier. There he goes, you can just see it there happen there. And that is me into P4, and suddenly then a podium could possibly be on. You know, I didn't try to get carried away because lap 14 is 25 odd laps to go. But I thought, okay, we're in a very good position here. So lap 16, you see medium pilot, you can see he's pulled out a bit there, 3.4, and Bugatti continuing to pull out the gap ahead of him, 3.7. So looking very good at this phase of the race. And just, yeah, but the thing about Monaco is that you just, once you just settle into your own pace really, and eventually, you know, either people fall out around you or they come into the pits and you just kind of settle into a gap really. But John has got by Bugatti now, and the gap is lying. It says 6.8, but that's not true. It's about 2.8. By lap 20, we've got John on our tail. So medium pilot are actually beginning to close the gap to medium pilot. But John is right behind. I'm thinking, oh man, like, do I let him through? Like, this lap 20, do I ruin my own, like, do I compromise my own race, kind of losing time holding him up, or what do I do? But decided to keep him behind me. And lap 22, this is the thing, like, he never got close enough to really make a move. So I'm running quite low on fuel there, so I had to spend the next few laps in lean. But again, despite that, you just had to know where to place your car, where to use your ERS. I got decent exits as well, so where he couldn't really get by with DRS and possibly overtaking mode as well. So you gotta know when and where you can and can't overtake in Monaco, and just fuel save and ERS save accordingly to that. At 26, you can see medium pilot, we have closed the gap on him. You can see the gap at the front. You can see the McLaren going through, flipping up the hill, and Paco's, the Ferrari, coming through Lowe's. They're just gone, man. They're absolutely gone. So my fight here is with John and with medium pilot. So lap 30, like you can see how much time has passed, and like John arrives behind us at lap 20. You know, so he hasn't been able to get by. I feel like I've been held up by medium pilot here because he's on a pad and I'm on a wheel, and I do think I could have gone a bit quicker, but he's just beginning to lose touch a bit. So I kind of popped in and out of his DRS at times. So My teammate is in the pit, so my teammate F1 Alonso had several clashes with the barrier, and there's a change of wing. He's looking not to lose a wheel, but the upshot of it is we're going to get by him, and we're going to move into third place. And I know for a fact at this stage, I've been told in my ear, thanks to a few people in the party, appreciate them, so thank you, and for sticking with me during the race, that medium pilot will eventually get a penalty, and John had a 5-second stop-go penalty. So lap 35, trying to fight from John, bit of contact there. We're going to go with some live radio then.
Oh, he can't push me off like that.
Keep going, keep going.
He's passed me. He's pushed me out the way.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. You'll get penalty later. Oh. Keep pushing.
So I was really frustrated with that because on his screen looked fine, the overtake looked fine, but on my screen he's just pushed me off the racing line to get by. And you know, you have to imagine from lap 20, like, he's obviously been very frustrated. So that was obviously very frustrating to me. But ultimately, look, it was racing. That's all I can say about it. I was just frustrated in the moment. See, my teammate F1 Alonso was on the fastest lap of the race. He was a long way behind, and with the ultra softs, the fresh ultra softs, he has just caught us so quickly. On lap 37, he is there, and so I just gave a quick check. I was told that he had penalties, and I was like, okay, he's got penalties. I've got none. Let me go. I couldn't let him by. Like, normally I would let him by if this was 10 laps earlier, 5 laps earlier, maybe not 5, 10 laps earlier, I would have let him by. But I can't let him by because John is right there, medium pilot's up there, and they've got penalties. I've got to fight this down the inside. I've got to fight that position. I don't like fighting my teammate, but that's what I had to do. I had to fight it because this was a podium for me. I couldn't do it. So anyways, we're going to continue. John, I'm in that 3-second threshold of medium pilot and John. There they are up there, 1.4 up ahead. So I just couldn't let Alonso go. So sadly, I had to flip and hold him. And I think you're going to hear some of the kind of internal monologue now happening with this overtake.
Seriously, do I let him go? I risk a crash if we continue to do this.
No, do not let him go. You just keep doing your race. He needs to fuck off.
So that was kind of the conversation happening, like, and I tried to defend then out the tunnel. So basically, yeah, like, it was hard for me to accept because he was pushing me quite hard, and I knew he had penalties. He obviously knew he had penalties as well. So again, if it was 10 laps earlier, I would have let him go. Not a problem at all. I even discussed that even during the race as well. Because the thing with Alonso is he started on the hypers, pitted very early onto ultras, and didn't pit under the safety car. And so his ultras went a long way. So again, up the hill, just make sure you're placing the car the right way. In the middle of the track, you do not let any flipping chance of an overtake. You don't even let that idea entertain them. Entertain and enter the head. And that's what I tried to do with John for a long time, but John just pushed me out the way in the end. Last lap though, there's John, there is medium pilot, and they're just ahead. So I'm in that 3-second, in that 5-second window. I just have to defend now coming out of this tunnel. I've got more than enough fuel. I've been running in lean for a good bit because my rears were going. And I could feel the back end stepping out. That's why I kind of had they got ahead of it. John has got by medium pilot then into second at the Nouvelle chicane. And yeah, I actually watched it back on his point of view. He posted it in the WhatsApp later. Great overtake for him around the outside. But anyways, here we go then. Last 2 corners. There goes Raskas. And there's Anthony Noakes. And we're going to come across line, but where is it going to be? Let's find out.
Yes! P2.
Yes, Graham. Yes.
Long Graham.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Just be warned, Graham.
So very happy with that performance. It's P2 on track, but John had a 5-second stop-go penalty removed, so it is going to be P3 at the end. So it's P3 in my Monaco. I don't care if it's P2 or P3. You know, I really don't care. So 9 finishers in the end. You can see the results there. My teammate finished 5th. Paco won by an absolute mile. Like, he was just gone, and he had a few interesting moments as well. So my teammate really should have won. He was the quickest man here today. But anyways, for me, P3, very very happy with that, and you can see the congratulations coming in after the in the party chat there after the race. So very very happy with that, and I basically just like last year. Like this is redemption. That's not redemption, but this is revenge for the podium I didn't get here last year in League One. I finished 4th. Steph sort of finished ahead of me, but of course he was cheating. He had someone else racing for him, which means I'd never. And he was eventually removed, and I didn't get this P3 in the end. So you know, to get this P3 after all that, come full circle. Very very nice, very very nice indeed. And I think basically just like this race did last year with those 12 points last year, these 15 points this year basically means that I am not going to be relegated. That's going to be it. Like that basically confirms that I am not going down. So happy days. Really key to this race was the first lap. I got a lot. Like I nailed the keeper and nailed Thomas, nailed Leclerc. No penalties there either. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. No penalties. So very happy with that. But you know, gotta keep going. Canada's next. Canada's a track I enjoy driving. The pace, gotta find more. So very happy days. But anyways, I left a bit too much time here in the end, so you can see the casualties this race took. Like, so safety car obviously played a big part. Allowed me to change my wing under the safety car conditions. Anyway, that's going to do it for round number 6 of TMC TWL. Next up, like I said, is Canada, and so that's going to be a very fun race. And yeah, look forward to that. And I'm told you, I'm Monaco. Yes, get in, son. Until next time.